Hello again. Welcome back, guys. Today's video is going to be on sort of how to end the cycle. Now, when I say the cycle, I'm sure something comes to mind for you, and I think everybody has sort of like a cycle of bad habits that they fall into. For me, it used to be sort of like drinking and partying and such. Hell, I even used to play League of Legends quite a lot. Don't really know which one was worse for me, the drinking or the or the league. But I understand how difficult it can feel when especially when you have a vision of sort of like what you actually want to do with yourself, and you constantly feel like you keep falling back into the cycle, right? You keep falling back into these bad habits, the things that you know are, it's essentially like the opposite direction of where you want to go, right? You've got this direction of your life of, like what you want to achieve, what you want to do yourself. And then you've got this cycle that you can almost like, it creeps up on you, right? And you slip back into it, and before you know it, you're going in the opposite direction of where you want to go. And for me, the biggest thing that helped me stop falling into the cycle was just sort of really considering where I was heading. And ultimately it started with actually starting to like value myself a little bit more. Now I've got a bit of an analogy I want to go over. Now now imagine sort of you have you get a blank canvas, right? And there's two paths that you can go down with this canvas. The first path is you get this canvas, right? And you get so excited when you get this canvas. You're like, oh wow, right? Your mind starts going. You start thinking of all the things you're going to do with this canvas, right? And all the, the amazing paint you're going to draw. So, oh yeah, it's going to be so good. I'm going to be so proud of myself. And then you sort of like sit and look at it and you think, right, well, all right, I've got things I need to do. I'll start tomorrow, right? I'll start tomorrow. So the canvas just kind of sits there. And then tomorrow comes around and you walk past the canvas, and again you think, oh, I can't wait to paint this painting. But you've got things that you have to do today, so maybe tomorrow. Anyway, so like a week goes by and the painting or the canvas just kind of sits there. It never gets touched until eventually, you're just going about your day and you see it and so you move it out of the way, right? You put it on the floor or something up against the wall, and yeah, it just sort of lies there. It starts collecting dust. One day you walk past, you accidentally trip, you put your foot through it, and it's busted up, and nothing ever ends up happening to the canvas. It just kind of goes to waste. Now, and the other possibility is that you get the canvas, you get excited about it, you imagine the amazing painting that you're going to create, and then you instantly start creating it. You instantly start going to work. You don't put it off. You jump straight into it. You start sketching out what you're going to do, and you start, that excitement continues and it builds up as you start adding paint and, actually start painting the painting. You actually start doing it. Anyway, so each day you walk past it and you're so excited. You're so in love with this painting that you're creating, obsessed with it. And yeah, for the next couple of weeks, you just put your all into this painting. Blood, sweat and tears. Now, which painting are you going to value more? The one that you've put no effort into, that you always put off, or the one that you've spent countless hours on? You've put so much thought and actual physical effort into making. All the corrections you had to make, all the times you sort of made a mistake, but then you went along with it and tried to make the best out of the situation. Which one are you going to value more? Probably the one you put a lot of time and effort into, right? So I ask you sort of how much time and effort do you actually put into yourself? Because that was the sort of biggest thing that sort of woke me up to where I was going. I put like no time into myself. Like, you know, going out partying, drinking, playing video games, right? Yeah. Yeah, there was no effort going into me. And honestly, like the time when I started putting effort into myself, it was, I just made the decision. I was just like if you're in the cycle ends when you decide it ends, right? And if you're not in the habit of being able to make decisions, as in like, you choose where you're going to go and then you work towards it and that's it, that, you know, you're not going anywhere else, you've decided. I just woke up one day and I just decided, like, I'm not going to drink anymore. You know, I can see that this is a problem. I can see it's, you know, just sort of like a waste of time. It's not getting me anywhere. I decided, like, right, that's it, I'm done. And that's it, you're one decision away from, if you're somebody that gets, you know, you say you're struggling, you keep falling back into the cycle and such, then just make the decision to stop. And then stick to it. Mean it, stick to it. Because this is it, like that one decision sort of like really changed my life. It was more multiple decisions, like sort of one on top of the other, that was, you know, good for me, that ultimately sort of turned my life around. But it was up to me. I had to do it. I had to make the decision. And honestly, it wasn't the best decision. The best decisions I've made was sort of, you know, just sort of working on myself, learning skills, you know, not just going out having fun, because ultimately it was just it's a cycle, it's just an endless loop, you know. You're always constantly chasing, you know, trying to chase the fun, but, you know, I'm not even tempted by it anymore. I don't really find it fun. You know, I find getting up early in the morning, going and doing a workout, that's a lot more fun. You know, and then waking up sore and, you know, make sure I'm eating right, that's more fun. Because it actually, you know, sort of pays off, right? Getting bigger and stronger and such. But yeah, you wouldn't abuse something you valued, you know. And going back to like sort of the painting analogy, you value something. It's hard not to value something when you put so much time and effort into it. You know, so if you're someone that's never put time and effort into yourself, just start doing it, right? Just start doing it. Don't think about doing it. Don't, you know, just, you know, if you have to figure out as you go, just do it. Just like all that time spent thinking that, oh, you know, you're given fear and doubt more time to sort of fester in your mind. You know, it's hard to be fearful or doubtful when you're just gunning it and you're just doing it. And as I say, the more time, like the painting, the more time and effort you put into something, the more valuable it is to you, and you're far less likely to, you know, disrespect it or, you know, be destructive towards it. But yeah, so that's, I don't know, this was just an idea that came to mind, and I don't know, I'd say I've been out of the cycle for, you know, sort of like 2 years now, and I've no plans on falling back into it. But I wanted to make this video just in case it, you know, because I've been getting comments and such, you know, people just sort of saying that, yeah, you know, they've been in the same cycle and such, and yeah, I just thought maybe this video would help. This is from what I experienced. It was once I started to value myself, and I started valuing myself by actually working on myself, you know, that, yeah, you're just far less inclined to do things to destroy the painting, right? you're far less likely to want to ruin the painting after you've put a lot of time and effort into it. You want to continue to work on it and see just how much potential the painting has. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not going to drag this out. Thank you.